Okay guys, so I want to show you today how to convert your Honda 2000i or 2200i to propane, and I'm going to even try to run it on a natural gas when I'm done with the conversion. The EU2200i, it's a little bit easier since you have the shut off right here. Pretty much this is how you shut the gas, but you still have you can still have the engine running. This is how you shut the whole thing, right? On the 2000 you don't have this option, so I will show you later how to disconnect the switch on the inside, and I actually showed it to you in the previous video too. So this is actually very simple conversion without any conversion kit. This is probably the simplest generator to convert to the propane without any conversion kit. Okay, so let's get to it. And I'm not gonna bore you with all the work I'm doing here, but I'm just gonna show you what needs to be done, and then we go through it in the steps. And I'm gonna get a gloves if I can find the other one. They're not exactly pretty, but they will do the job. Just don't want to get the gas all on my hands. Okay, this is actually very simple procedure here. Sometimes that foam, especially at the bottom, and this foam might be greasy. That's why I have my gloves. And you get to this part, and then now you're gonna need a number 8 wrench metric. You're gonna loosen up these bolts here, and this one here, which is at the bottom. Oops, sorry. Well, first I forgot. I always forget this. But before you loosen up everything here, okay, you gotta disconnect this rubber hose at the bottom. And if you're gonna be disconnecting it the first time, it's good to get a screwdriver and just prime it off a little bit on both sides. Get the screwdriver between the rubber hose and the top, and just prime it off like this. Okay, this is what you're gonna end up with, and then you can unscrew the rest of it. The whole conversion is very simple here. You don't have to do anything with the carburetor like on Briggs and Stratton. Oops, dropping my nuts here. All you need to do is to get into this filter box here. Okay, now you just pull it out carefully. Don't pull the carburetor with it. You might want to hold it maybe, and then just pull this part out, and this is what you're going to end up with. It's just this box here. Okay, now there is two ways to do this. You can either do it from the top, which is right here, or you can do it, the best way is to do it from here. Okay, now you're going to have to get let me just get one of these things here. You can do it two ways. Well, I don't have a free one, but I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this kind of connection, okay, for a small hose. You really don't need really big hose for this little engine, or you can use this type of connection, which is for the air compressor hose. You just plug it in if you want to, but it's not really necessary because there is not any pressure in this hose. Okay, you are past the Garrison regulator at this point. There is no pressure, there is actually suction. Okay, so that's why I'm going to use this one. And then when you end up drilling, I'll show it to you later, but when you end up drilling the hole through here to have this sticking out, you don't have to drill such a big hole. You know, for this you're going to have to drill a little bit bigger hole, especially since you have to get the hose. If this is going to be, if this is going to be connected to this box here, then you have to get the hose plugged in, and it will slide all the way in. So that hole in that cover would have to be much bigger. This is perfectly fine. This is what I'm going to use. Okay, so I'm going to do it the way I don't like it from the top. I just I just think the top is nice and clean. You already have the pull rope here, you have the shut-off here, you have the choke here on the side, so you're going to have one more thing. You're going to have the propane connection from this side. Okay, I just don't like it from the top. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste your time while I'm doing this, but I'm going to drill the hole right here. It has to be perfect hole, actually smaller size than this, and then I'm going to thread it, and I'm going to screw this in, and then I'm going to thread lock it, or pretty much get a super glue. Then when I screw this in, it's going to be, I'm going to actually shorten this this thread here, probably halfway. I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to screw it in. And this is how it's going to look like. I will show it to you, but it's going to be sticking out like that. Okay, and you're going to end up actually exactly on the opposite side of the inlet to the carburetor. So you pretty much going to be, if you're going to drill it right here, you're going to be exactly on the opposite side, just straight shot into the carburetor. Okay, there is no need for any conversion kit. So let's get to it, and I'll show it to you when I'm done with this part here. Okay, so I got the hole drilled here, and the drill bit is 7/16 drill bit. Okay, for a quarter 18 NPT, which is this puppy here, and now I'm just going to thread it a little bit. I think I can probably just use my hand because it's a plastic, right? Let's see, how deep are we? Not very deep yet. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to use a little more than my hand, so maybe just the pliers. And this is really easy job because you're dealing with the plastic here. Okay, you want to go probably a halfway. I'm still okay on this side. You want to go about a halfway probably with this threading tool. I think that's probably good. You don't want to over thread it because the NPT is going wider and wider. Okay, you don't want to go too wide. Now, either way, this nipple will work, or this nipple for the air compressor pipe will work too. But since I'm using this one, let's see how that's gonna work. Well, seems like I might have to go a little more on the threading tool. Yep, can't even engage yet, so let's go a little deeper. So I didn't know this is going to take me this long, otherwise I wouldn't really take your time with this nonsense. You just want to make sure not hitting the opposite side of this, but I still have about a 1/4 inch left. So I'm going to go a little deeper. I'm still good, about maybe 1/8. Probably almost there. Just about to hit the opposite side, so don't want to go too far, otherwise you're going to strip it. Or I'm going to strip it. Not you, but me. Okay, so let's take it out. And before I forget, once you're done with this, you're going to have to clean it really good to get all the shavings out. So flush it or blow it with an air compressor or something. Okay, so let's see how it's going to fit now. Okay, now it's going in pretty nice, and it's going to be tight, yeah, but that's good, that's what we want. And it's going to have to go a little deeper, but like I said, I'm going to, yeah, that's pretty tight. That's a nice fit. That's going to hold very well. Okay, I'm just going to shorten the thread on this nipple, so it's not sticking out too much on the other side and blocking the air coming from the from the filter. Okay, we don't want this to stick out on the other side too much. So let me do that, and I'll get back to you when I'm done with it. Okay guys, so so I cut this thread here a little bit, and I retreaded this again one more time, because when you cut this shorter, you're going to end up with a wider just pretty much wider opening or wider thread, so it's not easy to start this in. But after a couple times, I was pretty successful, and I got this washer in just because the thread on this nipple does not go all the way back to the nut. That's the only reason I got the washer in here. And it could be any washer, it could be, or the brass would be the best, or the plastic would be the best, so I got a plastic one here. And trying to just keep it clean a little bit, and then obviously on the outside is fine, you know, if it's not exactly clean. But on the inside, we're going to have to blow it with the compressor really clean. But for now it's good. So let's just get this in. Okay. And again, I'm not even gluing this, because this is a really nice and tight fit. It's not gonna leak. Okay, pretty tight, and this is what you're gonna end up with, pretty much. This kind of animal here, or something very similar. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Originally, I was going to use this small opening or small nipple here, but I actually switched to the bigger one. The thread is the same on both of these. It's a 1/4" NPT, but this one just takes a smaller hose, and that would be good for the propane. But since I want to try to run this on a natural gas when I am done with it, I choose this bigger opening, because you're gonna need a bigger supply for natural gas than for propane. Okay, so now I'm just gonna clean it, and I'm gonna put it all together, and we'll see how it's gonna run. So this is what you're gonna end up with, and what is left is to put on the cover, right? Obviously it's not gonna work like that. I mean, you can work it without a cover, or the way to do this is just get a piece of blue tape, get a blue tape on this thing. Okay, if you want to keep it clean, get a white out, put a white out on this. Okay, get the cover, and now make the mark on the cover. Now you're gonna end up with the mark on the cover where you're supposed to drill the hole, which is right here. Okay, now I'm gonna drill the hole on the cover, and I'll get back to when I'm done with that. I don't think I have to really show you how to drill the hole. So everything went well except this final hole on the cover. Just miscalculate, I guess. I mean, it's pretty obvious if this is sticking out up a little bit, it's going to end up a little bit higher, and I messed it up. I started drilling a little bit lower than I was supposed to drill, but it was not low enough. So I mean, you know, like really to clear the clearance, you have to start with a bigger hole, because otherwise it's not going to close on you. But anyway, I am not really happy with the final product, because that's how it looks. It's very much off center. It's actually at the bottom. So I'm thinking maybe a little filling or something, but that's how it's going to be. That's what you're going to end up with. And this could be actually shortened. I probably will shorten it about 2 notches. There's no reason to have so many notches sticking out here. So I'll shorten this nipple to 2 notches right here. Not to be sticking out so much. Okay. But that's what it is. This is the whole conversion. I mean, you're going to have sticking out something either here or here on top. You know, doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much comfortable with this sticking out on the side, since we have already a bunch of stuff here. Okay, but that hole did not work out really good. I mean, it's fine. It's just aesthetically, it's not pleasing aesthetically. It's not centered. That's why. So maybe next one I will center it better. Okay, but let's take it outside and see how it works on a propane and natural gas. If it works on natural gas, we'll find out. Okay guys, so let's try this. I'm really wondering how this is gonna work on the propane and the natural gas too. So this is my first time, very first time. Okay, let's do this. Actually, I'm not gonna turn it on yet. I'm just gonna make sure it's out of gas first. Okay, just open pretty much the electric contact, but don't open the gas. I don't know if you can see it, but I hope you can see it. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see it. It's just it's just open to run the generator, but the gasoline is closed. So let's see. With the chunky, and it's completely out of gas because I run it out of gas, so there's nothing in there. So let's close the choke or open the choke, whatever. Open this. Open this. Climb it a little bit. I'm gonna have to adjust the pellets and regulator, looks like. Okay, so the kerosene regulator was very hard to adjust, and I think it's just because that suction coming from the carburetor is straight towards this nipple here, and it's sucking a lot of gas instead of sucking the air. That's why this is hard to adjust. So when I'm going to change this nipple, right now I have the big nipple in there, but when I'm going to change the nipple to the smaller nipple, it's going to work better on the propane. But since I have the bigger one, I'm going to try to run it on the natural gas. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to adjust the kerosene regulator again differently on the natural gas. Because natural gas has a little bit less psi than, about a half psi less than propane. So let's see. Okay. And it might not even run, so I'm gonna open it a little more. So it's gonna get a little more gas. Maybe a little more. so it's actually running better on a natural gas than on the propane. And it's because of the size of the nipple here. How it behaves on the road. It's going to need a little more juice. So that's not going to work on natural gas. The demand is completely different when you when you put the power load on the generator. The demand for gas it's just too great, and you would have to constantly change the opening here to supply the demand of the gas. So that's that's not really how to do that. So that would not work. So let's go back to the propane and let's see. I'm going to change the nipple to the propane here, and let's see how that's going to work with the small nipple. Okay. Okay guys, so we find out that on natural gas, the generator is not going to get enough power from natural gas to run itself, and that was pretty much what I expected, because the natural gas does not have that many BTUs like gasoline or propane. So now we go back to the propane, and I have a smaller nipple installed here, smaller diameter. So it's not going to suck so much propane, and I find out that when you want to adjust it properly under the load and without the load, and on eco mode and no eco mode, you have to pretty much screw this screw inside the Garrettson regulator, and this is the Century Garrettson regulator. Okay, I don't know what kind do you have, but on mine, I have to screw it all the way in, pretty much as far as it goes. At the end, that's the way it runs best. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it runs right now. Okay. eco mode. It's running fine and full speed. Go back to eco mode. Okay. These fringes make noises. It's pretty much running good right now. I think I would leave it like this, but it's really hard to adjust the garrison regulator. This inlet here and this inlet here, and I'm sure that every garrison regulator will be different, so you probably might have a problem with this. To be honest with you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't actually never do this for myself. I just done it because I want to show on video how it runs, but I don't see any advantage of running the Honda on a propane. Honestly, there is no advantage to it. It just takes so little gasoline that I really don't see any advantage running on a propane. This is a perfect machine running on a gasoline. So you got it, okay? Okay guys, so the conclusion here pretty much is that the nipple in this position is right across from the carburetor. Okay, so the suction on the carburetor is taking a lot of suction straight from the nipple. So when I had the bigger nipple in there, it was pretty much sucking a lot of gas out of the garrison regulator. I changed it to a smaller nipple and that was working fine. But I would recommend, if you're gonna do this, I would drill the hole right here. Okay, not right across the carburetor, but right here, and that would actually lower the demand for the gas. Or it will lower the suction. It will not be straight against the carburetor, but if it's going to be here, it's going to be already around the corner, and the suction is coming from the back this way, and then into the carburetor. This is a straight shot. So that's pretty much the conclusion here. Again, this location here would be much better than here, or even the top of the box would be okay too. Okay, on the other note, I would not even do it at all, because I don't know, I just don't see the advantage of it, running this on a propane, because propane is more expensive. I don't know. I don't know why would you want to run it on a propane. But anyway, that's the conclusion of what we find out. Enjoy and good luck.